Yamamu nyina ha emma kwa ba enne eyoforisi obusumi ne da etoso enwotwe emfinhia mpinu ene aduonu enan omemma yamamu nyina aha ebraso se omemu ne amanone nsem yaboabo no se kase no yede ni nyina emamo hwese kase ebi ewo channel 360 DSTV eso aseda ewo ma eko e ama this week chocolate drink de ohia eye ensohie afi best point savings and loans and best assurance de sika ho edwadie na yedie ne atumi aboaw ama odachi aye from kama your special ice ensue and your special drinks in no kwekita imo yede ensem no ene agopama so de ebe somo e wodonhwe baako entem yehwe ensem a obabetie ne ebie wodi ato aban anim se daro ma wonhwe emfa akade bebre enwura apomuden eye edwumadie mu enkanka de fa adwumhaw eye mental health no eho ewo Ghana afanan enyina yene emrahye bedwani a wo Krachi West Honorable Helena Adwantoso ebetwetwe enkomo akoso botade a obieye eho hawa a wo hia ene enu achi no de ehwe kwan se ebetumi aba ede ama one ne manfo Yeguswa edikase emamu yenase empanyfo ada leading justice initiative no womo adanadi yebekọ ne ahwese de ehon nsem esi etie yekopiem ewo emfifi mantam no emu a sadie empuntu enkoso ema omanfo bi enti no nananum hemfo abontrene se womo manfo no ento aba ewo afia ba ebetomtu yakọ abekwakoto aba no ombetwa wosuo e de afirikro no eso ensem bebre eka we ho bekin kan okasie mu e de amao obahima efiachire esiedu yenti kasie no emu ensem Yeguswa ebobo ho de kasie abayenya ntie sempanyufo edi dwuma kase a wo monam so eda the leading justice initiative no wo mada na di ewon kran na wo hwe ama enema nyina akoso yenhwe se de edase.
I must especially acknowledge the help of those who have helped in producing the first compendium of guidelines, directions and manual before us. They include His Lordship Justice Ernesto Usudapa of the Court of Appeal, Her Ladyship Justice Dorothy Kingsley-Nyina, Her Honor Ellen Ofei-Aye, Mr. Charles Aidan, who did this team put together the practice directions on award of costs. Then we have His Lordship Justice Richard J. Frimpong, JSC, His Lordship Justice Yaudakwa Sari, JSC, His Lordship Justice Bright Mensah, JA, Her Ladyship Justice Dorothy Kingsley-Nyina, His Honor Jojo Hagan, Her Honor Aritin Semo, and Her Honor Efia Owusu-Apia, who put together the practice directions on adjournment and adoption of proceedings in party trials. Then, with the practice direction in commercial pre-trial settlement, we have Her Ladyship Justice Angelina Mensah-Homia, JA, His Lordship Justice Jerome Noble Nkrumah, JA, and Mr. Alex Nate of the ADR Directorate. With the practice directions on court-connected ADR under the CI 133 again, we have His Lordship Justice Kumson, JSC, Justice Mensah-Homia again, Justice Jerome Noble Nkrumah again, Mr. Alex Nate again. My favorite is this one. Practice directions in respect of prerogative rates involving chiefs and chieftaincy issues. His Lordship Justice Samuel Alan Brobe, JSC. And I don't know if my Lord is here with us today. And Justice Brobe is retired, but refuses to be retarded. His Lordship Justice Philip Bright Mensah, JSC, and Her Honor Angela Atachi. The practice directions on plea bargaining, we have Her Ladyship Justice Efia Sewa Asaribotre, Her Ladyship Justice Louis Simmons, and Miss Evelyn Kilson of the Office of the Attorney General. The practice directions for determination on applications for interlocutory injunctions to restrain burial of a dead person, we have His Lordship Justice Francis Obri and His Lordship Justice Ernesto Usudapa. Administrative guidelines on procedures for online publication of judgments and rulings, we have Her Ladyship Justice Jennifer Abnadazi and Her Ladyship Justice Barbara Tetechawi. Administrative directions on courtroom proceedings, we have Her Ladyship Justice Jennifer Abnadazi again, His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Lodo, His Lordship Justice Abuajitano, Mrs. Patricia Nafale Datson, the manager of the Law Court Complex, and Mr. Dennis J. Jumo, Esquire. Administrative directions to aid expeditious disposal of trials by jury. We have Her Ladyship Justice Efia Sewa Asaribotre, J. His Lordship Justice Frederick Tete, and Her Ladyship Justice Lydia Osei Mafu. On guidelines in using the Supreme Court Registry, we have Her Honor Ellen Ofeaye, His Lordship Justice Samuel Esiedu of the Supreme Court. On guidelines on the generation of suit numbers, we have Mr. John Bannerman and Mr. Papa Kweku Macy. And then we have an editorial committee that has kept a very close eye on things and have held my hand. His Lordship Justice Dr. Ernesto Wusudapa, Her Ladyship Justice Amas Sefanya Aite, Mrs. Patricia Nafale Datson, Mr. Dennis J. Jumo, Mr. Selali Wanya, and Ms. Judith Lois Abana Adu. Thank you all very, very much. I must especially mention the Secretariat of the Office of the Chief Justice, led by Justice Ama Aite, and the Office of the Judicial Secretary, who have worked tirelessly and with great cheer to bring us to the event today. I acknowledge members of the planning committee of this event, headed by Her Ladyship Justice Janet Parry Battles Kojo, Her Ladyship Justice Syra Kranting, the Judicial Secretary, and my favorites, Mr. Daniel Karim, Alhaji Daniel Karim, forgive me, and Dr. Ajiman Bodu, and then all those who helped, everybody else. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm a very happy person, but you will make me happier if you join us in the judiciary to get these dreams effected. Thank you.
Can we rise and pay a proper round of applause, please? Thank you very much, Her Ladyship, the Honorable Lady Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you so much for sharing this vision with us. We'll now have some statements. We'll start with the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Good afternoon. Sensitive Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Chairman for the occasion, the very eminent Sanautu Osebo, Council State Chairman, Honorable Ministers of State, the Leadership of the Chief Justice, esteemed members of the Council of State, Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Justice of the other Superior Courts of Judicature, members of the Judicial Council, members of the General Legal Council, headed to the Judicial Secretary, Sir President of the Ghana Bar Association, invited guests, friends of the media. I bring you warm greetings from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And I'm delighted to witness this historically significant day, the life of the judiciary of Ghana. The official launch of the vision of the Chief Justice, dubbed Leading Justice. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to deliver this short goodwill message. In many ways, this event is novel. It's the first time a Chief Justice has, at the commencement of his or her tenure, launch at an event as this the mission, objectives, and indeed his or her aspirations for justice delivery in Ghana. It offers a very unique way, an opportunity for the citizenry for whom justice emanates and on whose behalf justice is administered by the judiciary, in accordance with the details of Article 125+1 of the Constitution, to have a firm barometer by which to assess the performance of the Chief Justice. It is innovative and bold, but so is the personality of the brain behind the innovation. The Honorable Lady Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Saki Tokuno is indeed bold and innovative. Indeed, we have this afternoon witnessed a rollout by the Chief Justice, who are still considered new. Perhaps after this launch, there will be an end to the tag new on her. Of her agenda to improve justice delivery in Ghana, it's a vision in which I share as Attorney General and Minister for Justice. Quite immeasurably, efficient justice delivery is an important tool in the economic and social advancement of any modern nation. A sound justice delivery environment is an incentive to investment, guarantees respect for human rights, and assures prosperity for the citizenry. It is for this reason that the Office of Attorney General and Minister of Justice, as a key partner in the execution of the mandate of the judiciary, has in recent times spearheaded interventions like the Contract Amendment Act of 2023 at 1114, the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Amendment Act 2022 at 1079, which introduced a plea bargaining system into the criminal jurisprudence of the country. And I'm delighted to hear that your leadership has launched or has issued practice directions to facilitate the execution of the law. The Corporate Restructuring and Insolvency Act at 1015, and the imminent operationalization of the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center set up under Section 114 of the Alternative Dispute Resolutions Act 2010 at 798 as instruments of reform on both the civil and criminal law terrains in Ghana. Another new bill, the Criminal and Other Offences Amendment Procedure Bill 2024, which has been approved by Cabinet and laid in Parliament in February 2024, when enacted into law, will have a far-reaching impact on the efficiency of criminal justice delivery in our republic, as it seeks to remove some bottlenecks in the trial of criminal cases, particularly the inordinate delay the adjudication of criminal matters. Having received enormous contribution by the judiciary in the course of stakeholder engagements leading to the formulation of the bill, I have no doubt that the judiciary will enforce him effectively when passed into law. And that, Chairman, considering the breadth and depth of the Chief Justice's innovative thinking, she will be the first to acknowledge the role of digitalization in the enhancement of the work of the judiciary. And I'm aware of the highest considerations she has for the e-justice system introduced by the Judicial Service as a pivotal tool, the modernization of the legal processes and the promotion of equitable access to justice. Without taking the wind out of the sails of my boss, the Vice President, who has clearly established himself as the icon of digitalization, I say that it is a digitized environment. I say that a digitized environment results in transparency, accountability, and efficiency in the public sector, and ultimately helps to eliminate and prevent corruption. The prospect of improved productivity and reduction of costs that digitization brings requires that the judiciary embraces same fully. I have no doubt that we will achieve a fully digitized environment in the tenure of a leadership, the Chief Justice. Indeed, I see the era in which there will be the end. I see the era in which there will be the need for more virtual court houses, easily accessible to all from any part of the world, rather than physical court houses constructed in communities and accessible to only a few, much closer than anticipated. Your leadership, whilst encouraging you for this laudable initiative, may we remind ourselves that the greatest number of complaints about the justice delivery system in Ghana border on ineptitude of judges, attitude towards litigants and lawyers, as well as delays with the conclusion of cases. I'm of the fervent belief that your vision will result in a reduction of this phenomenon. Ultimately, in my respectful view, there also needs to be a rethinking of the exercise of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to ensure that the workload is manageable.
Yet why Enkasiano eso ne ba studio ha ye ne emrahye bedwani emakrache West Honorable Helena Adwoa Ntoso ebebo nkomo osanso ye ranking member Gender, Children and Social Welfare Committee ewo emrahye bedwam emre bia etwam na oye frau ene epuemba ntem soafo ono ena obabeka yinsa ewo studio ha ma memo akwaba
enua
ona bu bibia bokode
nyame adom ye ho ye
nyame ase ye bon komodi afa akosumu tade ya omo bie e ho nsense binya ne nte yese e haw pa wetuni ache kakra
minamasi mechia mona mechia atiefo nyina so
bia jose
Cratchy West ye de no what happened is bagre omo bie bagre dam no na chese ensuo no na astati eyire ye honom because ye honom no water no e wo sei na oti no wo sei nti oti ni yire a na ya nyasem water no nso yire a na ya nyasem nti bogrefo bie ye no na chese ye akai ahye
akama hye mfinfi
nti nsuo no yire ye no na ye expect say akosomo nka omebie ne kakra se na be ye nsuo no be flow ena omambie no omotwen ya ma ekoduru bebie eduru ye no nti temo ebeduru bebie eduru na ye hode na nsuo no kra age ye hono bia chese ebi na wo mu show no aha nti ohun se ye ho atochi ma no
ho ache mo no
ye ho ache ya pa no afi na o start say nti ene na ma wo afi bu na wo mu bie no because na ye ho ache ya pa ekoduru bupe area home na ye ho ache because wo mu delay kakra nti ema ye ho che na ye hon no a resettlement community akoso modam ye a wo mba be si ya na ema omo yiye fi bebia na ye wo no because omo si dam no bebia na ye wo no e na omo yiye fi ho because omo bie no eji ye farms e ho nyina e na omo akọ reset ye bebia ye wo na bebia omo reset ye na asase no enye fertile se na bebia omo yiye fi ye no nti ama ye nkrofo bebre atu akọ ejura Afram Plain North Afram Plain South ebi ewo dambai ebi wo nkwanta saf baby a me fada kra okodo honom no enti no ema ye ho chie na esi an sasase na enye fertile enti no ubom say ye nkrofo even though ma gap kakra but e ho na asase no so e fertile enti just along the banks no ubom so omo do nkatie omo do aburo omo do emo enti e ba asa no e just ensu no se ni nyina and you know, I'm telling the Minister of Food and Agriculture, say, woman share money and cocoa because yes, and next year, Adriana Sambaya de Horn. Come to me about because by this say I'm cranny of by then by free.
Okay.
This year, and soon and you know, you need to mean for by it. It's minute my before, Nanka because April, May, June, July near to buy it. Now we need to me in for by the time Benna by the baby free. Until I might watch your Adrian fam yeah
nkafra pa na nse yenya nte yese aban no de mo akakra ba yankran so tenetino mo nsa mo anya bi
babia metumi aka se yanya emwa afi pa eneye Peace FM.
Oh, okay. Despite media.
Okay. Despite media.
Okay.
And one be brain if you despite if you have say.
Oh, okay.
And Oko TV3 3 Foundation. Almost aboye. Almost aboye. But the funny pino if you
despite media.
Enti no ama aboye pa. Until last me buy na monsieur unfortunately omo omu dwane ko share asori dem no na asori dan nso bubu ye no na eches anya mattresses amfa ema wo mo eno na ye ade na hadwe yanya mattresses kra ama wo ebinum embata ne nema last Roman phobia nso wo Austria nti nansan ya na womonso kekam ho my 6500 ye ko bisa mattresses no ba ko ye 400 plus say mattresses anke ye to no 150 Ghana 200 Ghana say yakobisa factory na nka sample no is about 440 something
that is an intimate to ahibia
intimate
la mu hiamoa
na yetumi e de ama omo a omadan abubu omadan abubu nso no omunya entumi ensi
adan no ti still nkofo ho omunya baabi na
chese omu da abusiafo ho omu tukọ abusiafo won say the number of a ewo nsuo mu se ebi ewo abusiafo ho ebi nso omaye omu de eno krampo no enye tent ya yeda mu omu de ebia ntoma ne apam tu na omu de abo be se pata bisa
no mo
shase ho no mo da
ene your platform use of make appeal say nkofo still a muhiamwa
ehiamwa government government wom say 224 million bi ananka wom beboa wom a turencham to won besi na ye ntefe nti se yesi de ani beto government so de ande na chese ye ho bechi ye nti no obi a wotie me ehia roofing sheets ne yatumi achiche ye nya cement nso a ye bechiche ye mama mattresses nso a na ya chiche ena wom a ensio efa omo endubai no omo nso no at least nkenya because emu a obedua aburo obedua nkache obedua na chese aboa omo eno nso Minister of Agriculture minim say omu nim de atoye but besi na yanti omo nka nti yehia emwa efi nkrofo na yetumi de aboa sankrofo yi
honorable na ebrebia ensio ne bia na eyire a mushia ohawe ana we ni de esie na de ne be ye de afa ho
wo mu na me in charge of operations for NADMO and sana be MP ne tamu abagrefo bi ne yakon off yako na ya base wo wale na yako the 3 northern regions asese o mu achiche mu no enti minimum area and minimum terrain pa na there ho ne say wo mu bie but this time round say na omu si bie no emso no eto ho no pa nti omu bie ne kese nti say na omu bie ne kese ne na ma affect your mom nka first no omu bie obom say north walwali area ho na what they say maybe if Kubori those areas obom say na affect wo mo na eno no omo so omo do nsuo na no say na microphone so do nsuo na nti obom say na affect wo but we there omu bie ne kase nti na etumi atwe saa abedu ye area ho no nti omo taye nti ya na ye hye no so ba this year de ende aginsem
nti se ye me de ye koyenim no then measures ne de begu akwan so a ye be hwe se nke bia ensi ana besimpo a ke beba form kakra
se besi a beba form no so I say ne me kan say land no baby omu
baby e feta hoye mre no
VRA emove ya kono asase no enye feta asase nye feta la nka temo ye wo kuru dada so no na ye ndo nsuo na no se ne sese ye do no asase na enye ntina wo mo do but we are trying to sensitize the people, we are trying to educate them say and I want to say ye free bibi say indigenous knowledge ye farmers ne ade no wo mo this knowledge say ya wo mo ye calculations 10 years ago wo mo spile no ebedu ha say so when you man kasa no with their indigenous knowledge no wo mutimi say
nim dia o mo be unsa afi be ba bedu ha say okay nti ne yenso ye no ko say
nti o mu nim be bia e ya nsuo no duru o nsuo no wo mo spile bedu ha say 10 years ago o mo spile ne duru ha nti no aha be limit na chese na o mo ba we dey climate change nti we dey abu hafa so be bia ya na wo mo
eda no
we dey atrakra because this assembly krampo wo mo property o mo see ye
ne kra say no
eno krampo e say no
na say agi o
nti na say agi obi ensem
ono bo ye da sepa na ya kan no awie ya nya ne nti ye say news no u follow bobu lomo ene abayewa bi wadi mfinhia dumienu a ese ye de ne maware eja wo ranking member gender children and social welfare protection menje wadwen kakra e wo sa asemi a enam mframa yi emuhwe
a few FM stations FM ebisame because I'm here ranking for gender children and social welfare one more frame and I'm so we know entasum entasum kra me ti say obi say was Mary ni Joseph say what they Mary Emma Joseph And I'm say, hey, one thing because Bible there, nobody can alter the Bible. Example, I want, baby, all call the end, the one thing sign cry, true. And you know, they shouldn't cite that as an example. 12 year, 12 year, 12 year, or your minor. And then pay me really a little bit about the customer who say, Ibn say, oh, when you're 12 years or 16 years, because one was our body. You know, they are saying, oh, wait, they're 1 year 12 years or 16 years. But what that 12 years and that 16 years, she's still a minor. Only 18 years.
Okay.
Now, say one more day and ma aware. You see, the moment you pump that, don't say wait there, betrothal, where a mum, there be. You see, the moment I will pump that into the idea of the child, who say will be a winning. Who say obi awanyini enti dia womo anyini a womo dia omo ye no obedwen say onu so betimi ayisa but me na me ka say ni school kono the most important womo nya no man onko no school
okay
because in the next 6 years no anya 18 years enti say wonya 18 years na say we interested in wulomo na chese no ye nka say obi e hye no anase bibisa but within the age no in law, below 18 no crampo no, she cannot consent.
Matthias.
Ontimi openeso inti na ye de mai. But because it says she is a minor no in law, ontimi nkase mapeneso.
Matthias.
Enti no, ese se womoja akola no. Na I'm happy say the police and social welfare and Ministry of Gender. Womo asomu say womo hwe akola no so na police for investigation. So womo investigation no who say truly womo de no ma papa na. We have shelters in this country. Womo keep akola na womo ma no nko no school.
Okay.
Odu 18 years na womo aja no ama na ofo and I say obi a so na 18 years odu 18 years na say obey interested in Wulomea, then she can go ahead and they're not any choice. But they say the public is interested, the Ministry of Gender, we are interested. Yeah, as members of Parliament, women members of Parliament, we are also interested. Say, Oma Akolano Onkono School, or do 18 years now. The official or the number and the end and fine.
Oh no, we are dancing. Yenshe and Kania Honsem Ewo Umpesiano so, Cratchy West. Eti saying dum so mu de mu hu bia na ejina so kakra ma me ho ana bia once bia be fem
o ye de ende enye dum so ye de ene preso
e me che say
ye de no because in a day o mutumi dum light be 6-8 times
wow
and your friend preso no
okay
because na so that is what is happening in my constituency right now as I speak what they say 4 days in the woman light right from Impesuaso, Cratchy West, Cratchy Nchumunu is affected. Panda is affected. Na anopa mati say as far as to Bimbila, Sala inu su nyina woni like. Nti se cia say wutwom a ayi mochre no so ewo kwan no.
Okay.
Nti wutwom a wutum hu say sempe bi pa efi ho no mo. Ayi ena you can imagine say ebia obi akola no ebia premature na yede na akoto bebi a womo ehwe na akola no se na esi wotema no it can also happen because any time bia na generator betumi esi so look at the cost of fuel now hospital Cratchy hospital omo bre ankasa the amount of money echo into fuel wo mu use generator no motumi ahwe nkrofo no motumi ayo operation no enya asem keto so omoka how much the hospital is spending eya asifim ankasa and nobody seem to care omo actual letters omo nya emuya bia and the hospital is spending so much omo IGF is nothing to talk about into omo hospital omo bre ankasa into so bi tie me a Cratchy hospital omo hia mwapa and as a matter of urgency no as I say aban ministry no of health for munye bibi about that omo won sika no omo tumi ato fuel at least akọ omo generators no na omo tumi aboa enkrofo na aban so catch the ministry and say because of doing so no Cratchy hospital morgue there's a problem there
honorable yebeko o final words ne edi a uhia say yenyama wo mpesua na ebeboa o fama ye na ye rapia
Yeah, okay, medamasi pa moi kesia mo de boye. Na se sia no de yakoso ne say nsuo no antumi antwe bia. Nsuo no antumi antwe.
Oh, okay.
Se sia bebia enkola cross eco school. Bebia na enkola enanti eco school. Se wo mu ntumi enanti eco school.
Okay.
Me de nkrofo bi health experts bi akọ professionals bi akọ crutches se o ye eye screening.
Okay.
Eye screening no me pese omo islands nso benefit. But se sia bebia eya ye fa. Ma yi kwan pa akodru sa communities no. But se sia no nsuo ni yiri ye no.
Atai ho nyina.
Across kwan ni nyina.
Wow.
Enti se sia wo mo frame say Thursday on pese om ko eji ye park ye car. Na ya use smaller canoes. Across nkrofo no akọ the next place. Na ya use motorkins. Afa omo akọ bebia esese omo because amount for befi about 50 communities are ewo islands and be omo nyina e ba chantai. Na omo abehwe omani. Just day one omo ye ice cream no omo nya nipa 80 asese omo ye omo operation.
Wow. Serious
80. Because first na onko higher pa e wo hon move ye crash.
Okay.
Onko higher nti ama ye nkrofo no bebre no omani how. First day as I said we more operate on 80 people but omo be ye sir ice cream for 5 good days. And this is not the first time me de omako. Manya de omako first time.
Okay.
And omako operation second time and this is the third time. And still they are getting people.
That is a problem.
A problem. Enti no ye hia sa adbo motors no nketo ano dey 15 horsepower. Se nyani bia at least ye betumi aye canoe so na etumi cross nkwala no ko school.
Okay.
Bebia ye ho bechi ye na ye dura at least no ye betumi anya ready eyi na ye tumi dey across. Enti ye hia 15 horsepower adbo motors no. Na se na misika ye no enya adofo bi o meboa ye omo adan bubu ye no na ye ma on cement.
Okay.
Na ye bo om so roofing sheets na still ye see ye hia mattresses na enfama wo. Enti me fa mo fidie so ye more appeal to say omo adoni ti ama edada no ye da wa omo ase already insira wo baby omo ifi bia already on she anemu ma wo mo so e ma wo mo
amen honorable ye da se ewie yo
so ye da mo ase already on shira mo on come ho
abusian for opanyina me ne ebo enkomoi eye Cratch West Mrashe Bedwani Honorable Helen Adjoa Entoso ye kom Mrashe Bedwuma ranking member gender children and social welfare protection committee no oka ho ebi emre bi a etwem na oye voter any eastern regional minister obo adwuma papa ono na me ne ebo nkomoi ye gina we so ni ada ne ye ho kakra bi ye ba akase ye ne beto so e di amam ye ba sisia. Yamarefo nyina akwa abayetwa ensem no eso eba no adwim apomuden ho ensem mental health care ho asem no kana kakra na ehia omanfo pa entu atwe aban adwene sisu se na daroma akade ebeboa ama ho nsenkan agina no ompia bebre enko
empempi no aya womo ewo adwemu yade apomuden ho ensem no aya na Ghana de hyerodo no ana eto womu ajeje mu womu eyi womu yipamu afenso womo esa womu ani nyina no yade aya amasafo no womo apomuden ensem no mo be so meka ho asem ana so mo be so meka ho akonipam na wokọ apomuden aya sabia wodo nso a womo hwesafo no womo apomuden ensem a aya na kande eni sika ene niam bia womo hia so mo de beboa safo ni nyina nso na aya na etosini eno na anam so ma wode adesede we nyina no akọ ede ama aban se wonhwe na eniam akande eni sika bia na wode ebehye saade no ne kun ni nyina mu no wode ama womo na timi so aboa yade no na yaresa ehwohwe enyina ewo manjasema Ghana mu na we no womo edan kuo bi a womo ato ne din na sata ye mental health advocacy group enkran edi eho en wode ensem we nyina no eto dwa woto de asere aban so wonya ne famu die na ontimi fa mo adwem yade ehwo nsenkan ye.
Even global statistics and some of the local statistics show that about 13% of our population will be confronted with and will experience mental health issues or mental illness. About 3% of this 13% will experience serious or severe mental health challenges, and 10% will be mild to moderate mental health issues. Now, I mentioned also that when we talk about mental health or mental wellness, it's all the things that gives us peace of mind, ability to thrive, and perform and contribute meaningfully in our society, right? So even though many people like to focus on mental illness, and that's a serious issue, it's also important to focus on the things that improve our quality of life, keep us well, right? And start looking at the structures, the agencies that we have as a nation to address these issues.
Say, aban betimia, enka bosumi bia, omonti omenyinhwe, omo da bonte na omuni baby dano. Na omonti me provided some kind of shelter and maybe there are a lot of craft work. Betimia abo omonsa no dwuma bi, betimia abo a wo no mtime de ahwe omoni omoye den abusua.
Nimpa a ye de wo mba wiase nyankopon abode. Enti se wunye ready se wo behwe na memfa ne mba wiase. Because se obi de wo ba wiase na we fanani anhwe wiye a eya papa enipa bia wo bi kitwa bi a wo betimi aye no waaye na ban wo bi a wotimi ade aka ho ama your insurance nhye micro insurance for instance wo a sede bia wotimi tua 1 cedi a ebetimi abo ho ban.
Odi kro wo aguna nampon e wa aguna east mensin wo mfimfim bantam emo na nakoko adua e de kokobo ama ne manfo ni nyina ese wo ya akon abebo ho mpem na oyefo beyew na afia ba ye ba beto no kwako gina se o koto aba no one ne mpanyimfo de amamre ene amane begu kwan so ne etwa osu e de afimpotem ho no
Dambridge na wo ye no ho no yipa baasa wa hwe won kwan ho ni na na chimpo ye sign ba ayi ho. This in office ho mo ye ba ya waso we tu kwan obia ntu ne nan si ha na se mo pere ye to aba ma mo pa da no ba da pia ba sentemi ye hu mo anyi mo ha ya ntem mo nka biara mo bia anya da dwen de or the ballot boards be sin inta na wa ba fa ye de ye konkoto aba ho no ya betan ye ba bi ne ya dua ho ko ba de ya ye ho hwe ya to aba ye yan fa to bia ho do ha light wo de weda ha ma bogudo transformer wa ha akere mu doja wotum no sha ma so ha yan ka de nti ya fa de afridu ne aka kire mu yan pa ifuna mu di yan mu ha mu aye
DC ehwe preji a ya de kire won na awiabre ya de kire so ba na ot na mpon ha ana unu ebi ne ba na ot na mpon ha ana busu ebi na ot na mpon ha ke bo hwema wo ba no afa na bridge ne do ana busu en afa bridge ne so mo fra ko school wonam so wo ko afuma wonam so ente besre mo afi ya hwe Ghana ha ejapade kasa o ha koku koko ni na won sunachi ase abana se suna yira obi ayi hobo to afa na bridge ne so ensunu yiri kura mponi wana ye na na mesunu mu entum fa bridge ne so esande bridge ne na ye
ya bra bo yan bua no se ya twa ye twakọ ye twa ye esa bo fe odam so na maame me na ka man so ma ye nsimentum memfa ne nko na meja me kwato nam na da be ye dwan esa ma ka nshi na
aguna na mpon ya kwa ne nje kra ya kwa amofra wo fa ko school kwa ne nje kwa wo twa mfi bebre MPP aba wo ntwa obobyo keke ne waji ato ya kwa na asai kwa amofra wo ko school mampanyimfu wo ba won ya hwe ma he mami poku a ono hwe ya kwa yido mami poku a wo boto aba oba ha papa ya kwa nde na adwini yido
bridge no enya kra nsunu to adetonfo ye bedo akira na ya asan ye ntumi ntwale to momode an wo mbo ayen ansa fi ahampetemi na battle pa de ye nto
this yi mami Jane ode paint ena ye mami obatampa poku a mami obatampa ya to aba ma ya yo bibiala 4 years abesi ya hwinyi pe baasa wo de bridge ho yesre mo montwa mwanyina mo mohwenye ya mofra nyina wo ntumi ntwa ye de be nyina akachi sese ye ntwensu ye nyehwe ye nya de bampo ndi because of bridge nti ye ntumi ntwa insu di ba ye ntumi ntwa yesre mami poku a obatampa yesre mo montwa mwanyina mohwenye
Kasiefi United Television so your ship house Abeka Junction enkran yenye aboafo nkrato eba bongo di fara e de ebeko agoprama so ensemu yeba sisia
Absafo ya sama makwa baba UTV kaseboyi eso ebena so ya de agudie mu ensem UTV Sports Monday's edition ya de to kasebon so amamo David ofori safo bongo differa and am den seminal eba ya da seda ema St. Philip's Enterprise on the way am me why fesa one combination no one say koye my come me boy my shepe my kiko open me man tade ato me trousers khaki trousers jeans lacoste t-shirt shirt suit jacket St. Philip's Enterprise and esoko obetumi aton mako obetumi tu aton nyamfa so bebre na onum say St. Philip's and a ton perfect man kaftan and we man tadia ya pam deda designs ahodo colors ahodo materials e dia pam no e come up perfect man kaftan kotobi o St. Philip's Enterprise or Philip Dankwa friend the number ni 0244 147212 0244 147212 observe your shots here now you call the CAF Confederation Cup. Ghana's team Dreams Football Club still believe in God we trust. We went to do semi-finals. CAF Confederation Cup in Emu. Dreams ayade yamo abaso nipa yade osaye Ghana team bitimi do Confederation Cup semi-finals a chepa the year 2004 and a House of Folk and they could do semi-finals echo finals and no chino Ghana teams near Kobe ani atiato Dreams FC over the weekend Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium on the Stade de Malien from Mali ebo 1-1 then I'm the first leg no Dreams kwa away ko we need 2-1 you know 3-2 on aggregate on my qualify semi-finals no umeshia Zamalek Karim Zito head coach the my Dreams FC after some qualify no and same na coach no attitude
Well, I think when I came here yesterday, I told you about my thought. I know they will come more than the way we play them. I think they underrated it. When you look at our position in the Ghanaian League, somebody like 40, and you are going to meet him, you know. So before they realized I had what I wanted and I ran away. So I was expecting a serious opposition here. So when what I did was to mentally strengthen my voice. I know this thing will happen, and I told them at least we should close, we draw if we can't win. So when they had the first goal, I told them to open up because there's no need. The more we sit back, the more they will force us to play. So we also came back and we had a goal, and then we sat back again. So seriously, I'm very happy, I'm very excited for a young club like Dreams FC from nowhere to qualify to semi-final of CAF Confederation. I think it's a big plus. I did very well to read them. I know we'll have these difficulties. So mentally, I prepared my voice. I know in football, geographically, when we were in school, they said the higher you go, the cooler it becomes. But in football, the higher you go, the more difficult it will come. So we are going to, I don't know my opponent yet. They say either Zamalek or African future. So until I see my opponent, but all the same, we are going to start preparing because where we've reached now, we've almost are going to the ultimate. So it will be more difficult, and then we have to work hard if we want to make anything. But at the end of the day, we will not allow this qualification to put us down. We are going to fight. We've seen it. Yeah, it was more difficult than when we went there. I told them we are going to meet the same. This opposition will be better. Will be more difficult than what we had over there. So I think now people will take it serious now when we go to the semi-finals. But trust me, we'll be there.
He strikes, parried away, still not over, and there's the opener. Dreams
FC Ayade. The ma one of the nearest to Ukraine say, Team Yati on Omunko Africa do. On first time, Omoko Africa no, and Omo do semi-finals. Diamo Abasopa, Racket Edwin Simeon Okreku GFA president. Team no. Ono eyane dia afi openia oda team nanu sesia Rajiji Alufo sanso and head coach Karim Zito ni assistant Wilfred Domon general manager Edma team no Aminu Chadom nyina yemo nyina mabaso Dreams FC maya de pa semi finals no epuya ane yebo first leg 21st April womo ko Cairo no mne Zamalek da kwashisha so na return leg no 28 April ya Kumase womne Zamalek Eddie Asheso, so mutimi winia, next one call finals of Confederation Cup. Baby, I'm doing someone $750,000. So much do that stage, you know. Yamomo Abaso. I've called the Ghana Premier League match day 24 course over the weekend. Kumasia Sandero ko PMO Bechem and Bechem Nante ko ball goalless. House of folk 10 year. Maybe any goal stars could try to come back. Went to me ante after games, you know. Yani ve coaches, you know. Eddie Enkomo.
Well, normally, we were concentrating more on our attacking at the distance when we have the ball. Without the ball, that is where we had lapses in our team. But this time around, we made sure, and then we rehearsed it, and then we were. I was very sure that if they're able to do that, at least if we are not able to win, at least we can get a draw. Yeah, I think the team is improving. It's been improving because if you look at our last, for instance, 6 games, it's 7 now. We've won 4, drawn 2, and then lost 1. And this being our first, our away win, it's been not any team like House of Folk in Accra. So it means a lot for us, for the team. Yeah, I think this will edge us on. Normally, since I took over, we've never even drawn at home. We've been winning all the games. What was left was the away win, and then and we've got it here. So that is it will give us a huge confidence in our subsequent games.
We missed so many chances and lack of the chance. We didn't try to shoot. It's part of the game, but this is the football. Sometimes you try your best, but it didn't go. But that, unfortunately, we take it, one goes. Yes, it is that's the problem. Well, the football, every time we are training, we correct some teams. Yeah. Today we see we are center back make some mistakes. We are continue to correct, and that counter-attack the goalkeeper want to do, that the lack of the experience of him. But I think all these things we are there to prepare the team.
Yes, but Kotoko really determined that we are going to take a point 5-2. But it didn't work in the last stages of the game. But it didn't work. Yes, so we go back and work hard so that the next time we make sure draw. We carry the game plan, and you could see the boy.
Avian Famunko, England, England Premier League over the weekend. Manchester United Toja results of PMO Arsenal. The Gunners, the league leaders, Ekwawe Kocha Brighton and Overbiom, a Kamiensa, Umentimianti Kenba Hokra. Defending champions, Man City Zukwawe, Kocha Crystal Palace, a Kanai, Momenti Academy Mino. Now the big game no Toja at Old Trafford. Manchester United, the Red Devils, and in Liverpool. You will never walk alone. About 2-2. Now a big game pa United fired. Umet who do Liverpool, the Ama Arsenal, Bobo Kununti, the pa. Miami boss, Dr. Farah Dixon, United fans, your boy was my the pa. Chelsea the Blues, Ekwawe, Sheffield United or that last league, no. Chelsea and in about 2-2. Yama highlight England Premier League Manchester, Etuja.
Into Elanga's low.
Yes!
Grishwood, who sweeps it home, and Forrest back to Porro down the right-hand side. Porro finds Brennan Johnson just inside the box, bit of space, rolls it back to Son on the edge of the box. He gives it square to Van der Ven to shoot. Boyce fired it away down the left-hand side. Madison's low ball. It's a comeback post for Pedro Porro.